Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the BTS series. We are in the thick of it here in the SEA Cup. I'm LD. I'm joined here by DJ Winter. Winter, how you doing, buddy?
Please.
You're looking swag, dude. You're bringing it today.
And they're gonna give up Lash again.
Okay. What do you make of this here? Of course, Fnatic leading 1-0. They had a bit of a thriller ending that last game.
They're getting ready for the next patch where Lash would be a non-factor.
So just let him through, pretend he doesn't exist, and then, well, then Trust will take it.
Lina, come on!
What?
Okay, this is fine. This is at least... This is acceptable. Bounty plus Gyro.
This is acceptable. This
Bounty
is terrible.
No, it is. You either get Bounty plus Lina or Bounty plus Gyro. These are the top two response for the Lash. So, I think it's not that bad of an opening compared to... The last opening was definitely not good for them. Lash plus Queen of Pain. This is much better. So, right now Trust has Lash plus Spirit Breaker, which is one of the... I think this is favorite from MEP. Lash plus Spirit Breaker. They like to have these heroes together. I personally like Lash plus Earthshaker more, but it sort of does the same thing. Spirit Breaker plus Lash. So, against this type of against the Lash, you want to have burst, right? You want to be able to kill him, and Lina is definitely something that can take out the Lash from full HP very quickly. So Trust are choosing to ban it out. So let's see what other counters does Fnatic have for the Lash this game. They definitely can't pick AM because they have Gyro, so they're banning the AM out because Trust can still pick it.
Okay,
and
so Darkseer. Oh, I was gonna say Darkseer. God damn it.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not sure if you actually heard what T-Burn said about Lash. You know, the strongest part about Lash is because you can actually build two cores with the hero. It's not the hero itself that is strong, because it allows your draft to have Lash plus Storm or Lash plus AM, and you can actually be unpunished because Lash is such a strong hero. So when you focus your resources on Lash, the second core would actually take over the game.
Don't you think Lina's very similar in that way? Like, I don't think she needs any help, and she can do a lot without it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Lina is very similar. That's why I would actually still prefer Bounty Hunter plus Lina, but Bounty plus Gyro is acceptable. So let's see what they have here. They don't have the Wyvern anymore. Wyvern, I think, sort of did a lot the last game for Trust as well. He set up a lot of very good team fights for his team. And this game having the Spirit Breaker... Signature Trust, they actually like to run the Wisp as well from time to time. So I wonder if they're going to run the Wisp this game with the Spirit Breaker, like what MVP like to do as well.
Or the Bristle. The Bristle is still available if they really want to commit to it.
You mean for Trust or for Fnatic?
Well, if anybody wants the Wisp. I mean, at this point, Fnatic probably not. Yeah. They've already got the support bounty at least. And Wisp feels a little greedy at that point. But yeah, I mean, Trust could run Bristle Wisp, potentially.
Oh yeah, I actually remembered something. One of the reasons why here, I mentioned I prefer Lash plus Earthshaker, right, as an opening for Trust. But one of the reasons why Spirit Breaker is a little better than Earthshaker here is because of the Bounty Hunter. Because you can track him down and you can help your other lanes by charging to where the Bounty Hunter is ganking.
Do you think you need the tree as the +1? Is that well, I guess first Gyro maybe not the best, but we saw PPD went for the Spirit Breaker and the tree to counter bounty.
I don't think it's that necessary.
It's mostly about the Spirit Breaker then.
Yeah, I think if you feel your lanes are very bad maybe, but you have a Lash, so I don't think it's necessary though. But I guess the only teams that pick tree is like Virtus Pro or EG. And most of the other teams don't actually pick tree and Protector. So yeah, not in C at the very least.
All right, Signature Trust now. Third pick. You mentioned the Spirit Breaker Lash. Very versatile. We'll get to see where they go with this.
Yeah, this is
Phoenix
their
coming out.
This is one of their favorites as well. They run the Phoenix on Kaneki, the quadruple Q guy. He likes to play Phoenix. Yeah, he likes to play Phoenix as a support position, and it has some sort of decent synergy with Spirit Breaker in team fights where when the enemy focus the egg, you can actually charge at the enemy. The other thing is the lanes are also quite strong. You can lane Spirit Breaker plus Phoenix, and if you look at what Fnatic have Earthshaker and Bounty, right? So if you run Earthshaker and Bounty as your support, your lane is gonna be tough. So I think it's a very high chance that the Earthshaker might actually not be a support this game. Otherwise, I don't know, the lanes are just way too weak in my opinion if they do Bounty plus Shaker support against Speedbreaker Phoenix.
Shadow Fiend is the fourth pick here for Fnatic, so looks like we've got our Mushi hero most likely. And that leaves Black on the Gyro. It still leaves the question mark. Is it an offlane Shaker for Fnatic, or do they want to run it as a support and pick something else for the offlane?
I think offlane Shaker is good this game because you look at the cost, right? Fnatic have Gyro plus Shadow Fiend. So the two costs would require the jungle, they require the lanes, they require the ancients. So you want an offlaner that is not going to take any of those away, a space maker. So Shaker or Clockwork would be fitting in that criteria. So the other two cores would have a lot of space. And so looking at the supports they have, I think Rubik could be a good pickup. So number one, it strengthens their lane. Rubik plus Gyro is very strong because I feel like they might have a lot of trouble from Spiritbreaker plus the Phoenix lane. So Rubik would definitely be a support that can actually strengthen and solidify their laning phase so that the Spiritbreaker and Phoenix does minimal damage to the Gyro. So I think Rubik could be.
So you like the Rubik here for Fnatic then?
Yeah, I like the Rubik for Fnatic. They are going to take up the Drow, which...
Interesting. Yeah, with the Phoenix, I guess it's possible, though. It's not really a Trust hero. Trust trying to protect their Phoenix and their Dazzle now. Global could really mess them both up.
They're actually anticipating the Earthshaker to be offlane as well. They're banning out the support silencer. Because they also feel that with what Fnatic have right now, the Earthshaker has to be an offlaner.
Well, final pick. It will be the Disruptor. So Fnatic getting counter play here to the charge, as well as a way to maybe gank the Phoenix, or at least prevent him from retreating.
I mean, if you compare this to the Rubik, it's a more counterish pick towards the Phoenix, I want to say. Because if you talk about Rubik, you obviously can still live when the Phoenix dives away. But Disruptor is much more easier to execute. And you have a silencing mechanism against Phoenix, which is something that is always good. So they once more go for the Juggernaut.
I mean, they lost last game, Winter, but I felt like the Juggernaut of Lakel's did pretty well overall.
He did. I think he did a lot of work, honestly, that game. He definitely did.
And they had an Omni Knight, too. So he had some, soft counters to deal with that game.
So, let's see. The laning phase, I would say Spiritbreaker and Phoenix is still going to do reasonably well against Disruptor Gyro. Disruptor doesn't... Because the thing is with Disruptor Gyro, you don't have like the lift into the Rocket Barrage, right? You have Glimpse, but Glimpse is not so reliable in the lane. So their laning phase, even though you sort of talk about Disruptor, you have the 140 damage nuke at actually it's 160 at level 1. Even though it's a lot of damage, but the kill potential between Disruptor and Gyro is not as potent as a Rubik plus Gyro. But Disruptor definitely gives to your team more team fight. Like he provides more in terms of team fight later into the game.
Yeah, I mean, and the good news is like a Rubik, he also, the Disruptor gives you a way to counter the charge very easily, so at least providing that for the team.
So if you look at the lanes of trust, I think it's more or less going to be Spiritbreaker plus Phoenix and Dazzle plus the Juggernaut on the safe lane, and we have a typical mid Leshrac, a more common mid Leshrac, unlike the last game, which was on the safe lane.
It's Abba, though. He's normally the offlaner.
Wait, what? Abba is playing the left?
Well, at least on my screen.
What?
Am I seeing something wrong here? No, it's Abba. No tally, though. Maybe he's actually going mid. I think they might be...
Yeah, he's going mid. They're
changing up the lanes a bit.
Yeah, so... It's game 2 of Fnatic versus Signature Trust of the first ever BTS Cup. Tell me I did well.
Game 2. Fight!
And we have Signature Trust on the Dire side. We have MyPro this time going on the offlane as the Spiritbreaker, Feimao on the Dazzle, Arbor playing the Leshrac, Lakel's on the Juggernaut once more, and lastly we have Kaneki or Quadruple Q, whatever you want to call him, on the Phoenix support.
Q.
Take it away on the Radiant side, my friend.
All right. Winter's fed up with my shenanigans. We've got Fnatic. Somehow they scrapped together a Game 1 win, but it really felt like it was Signature Trust game up until the very last moments. Mushi will be back on a core hero that we're accustomed to seeing him on. He'll be playing the Shadow Fiend net, playing your Bounty Hunter, Ohio on the Disruptor. That leaves Chrissy on the Earthshaker this time around with the Rain of Protection picked up nice and early. And we'll be Black handling the Gyrocopter as we get our game sounds working. Sorry about that. So, top rune Winter. Might have a bit of a clash here.
Who is going to get the top rune? The numbers definitely favor Signature Trust.
The Fissure blocking two away, but still they look to engage through this. Lakel's just charging in. Abba tanking an initial nuke, but Mushi doesn't manage to do enough damage here. Abba kept alive, will end up eventually going down, but it's not before the Mushi death. And now Ohio charged and smacked Signature Trust right back to the well here. They're just going to start finding additional kills. 2-1 already. And Net looking just for a little bit of extra harass here on 5 now, but he may end up going down. Shadow Walk still cooling down here. One more auto attack. The fade. They have the charge coming through, and he stops. Doesn't end up getting the bash there, and now we'll still fall to the lightning. The fight not over yet. Fissure was also chucked out. Fnatic still going, but I think at this point, Signature Trust have thoroughly clocked them.
He didn't stop the charge. It's because he's level 1, so you don't get the bash.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It looks like he canceled it because he didn't run up the hill either.
The charge doesn't do damage at level 1 if it's in miss, so that was the fight of the runes, man. Welcome to Dota 2 if you're new and you're not familiar of what's happening. Every time before a game starts, there's this bounty rune and every team fights for the bounty rune.
Yellow everybody, this is Winter. The noob, we've got the noob stream. I'm learning things as well. I'm also a noob.
So the lanes are actually Phoenix going to the safe lane, and the Dazzle was actually roaming around at the start. I guess just placing some wards. So they're going to be doing a more standard defensive tri-lane, I think, with the Phoenix plus Dazzle doing pulling duty or zoning duty of the Earthshaker. I don't think you need so much support though against Earthshaker, because Shaker is definitely an off lane, which I view he can't really pressure the lane though, so he can only just fissure and just get experience. So you block the wave and you get experience. So the carry, regardless, is just going to free farm.
Yeah, he did start here with the early Rain of Protection, so it looks like the Tranquil Soul Ring likely
yeah,
to build.
And the Dazzle's actually staying mid to protect the Lash against the Bounty Hunter.
Huh, they have a Sentry here in range of the Observer, but...
Oh, he actually got it. That was an unusual Sentry placement. Usually it's a bit lower, and Nets play. Very rarely you see Nets wards get rewarded.
Seen a bit of a dive here. They wanted the Curry or the Soul Ring, not picked up, and now quadruple Q in way too deep. A freebie. Bushi not getting the last hit though. Really could have benefited from the additional Necromastery Souls.
Yeah. But definitely a good idea though. He wanted to kill the Courier, so if he got it off...
Abba, Net engaging a bit here. They have the additional raise, and fine now will be in position, but still, this Bounty Hunter +1, man. Your support walks away for like a quarter of a second, you get auto attack, double nuked, and you're lucky to live. He will now regen up, and even quadruple Q, rotating in, he's gonna bottle him.
My pro is taking so much damage here.
Almost dying. You know, Black was getting really aggressive. He sees the TP mid and he knows like he can dive as much as he'd like.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, the Juggernaut doesn't need help. So right now, Signature Trusts are definitely allocating their resources much better. The Phoenix is all the way down to bottom now. Going to try and help the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker is going to get glimpsed into a rocket barrage.
Oh boy. Meanwhile, like you're saying, bottom lane, MyPro also in trouble. Looks like the cow should go down. Black getting the last auto attack. And now quadruple Q in danger as well. He doesn't even have boots available. Black's going to commit for this. He's got the south. He's going deep. There's no escape aside from the fog, but the rocket barrage tries to juke. Not going to happen. Black with the quick double takedown. And then he just walks away. Oh my.
The Spirit Breaker TP. TP and charge. Oh, he doesn't have gold for TP. Okay.
Charge and then TP. Not quite as effective. He may get the black kill though if Black's not careful. There's a glimpse in 5.
No, 8 seconds.
Glimpse in 5. He's going for it. It's still on cooldown here. 3 seconds. Tries for the kinetic field, and will prompt Ohio and MyPro to kind of back it off. But Abba, the man caught out at the top rune. Continuous action here, looking for the body blocks. Well played by Chrissy. Mushi connects. Finds the raise and the bounty rune. Beautiful stuff. Actually going to be bottled up here by Net in the end.
I actually think maybe the reasoning why he didn't even bother to get his team to get a TP scope because there was a disruptor. But I guess he forgot the disruptor has a very long cooldown on the glimpse at level, like the low level.
It's a minute. It's really long.
Yeah, it's really long cooldown actually. But right now the lanes are going to be settled to what I expected. More Phoenix plus the Spirit Breaker on the off lane, and Dazzle will be just helping the Lash deal with the Bounty Hunter more.
I mean, my eyes are just on Lakel's here, Winter, where has 15 CS more than the enemy Gyro. Like, just absolute free farm city for him.
Yeah, but if you actually look at the net worth, he's also because he got the kill. The kills at the start, he got all the last hits.
Yeah, he's actually really far ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, without the kills, it would be closer to even.
Let's see. This game, he definitely can go for as greedy as he wants, like the Yasha plus Mask of Madness this game. He's probably gonna go that. That would be the items that accelerate his farm the most. And Nat, once again, doing Nat things, running into the enemy jungle, placing wards, placing sentries, and you can't see him all the time.
He's a really good rat.
A rat is a split pusher. This guy is not a rat. This guy is a spy. You know, he runs.
No. That's the old definition of rat. The new definition of rat is just an annoying little bastard, and that's definitely an annoying little bastard.
Okay, let's see if he gets this sentry off in the right spot. Oh, he just wants to stack. Oh no, wrong. Okay, honestly, this is the normal sentry spot. This is the normal sentry spot, and Nat's wards are always not the normal spots.
Oh, he double missed.
Yeah.
That sucks.
If you watch a lot of Nat replays, you will actually get what I mean.
It's like there's a special class reserved for people who have to play against Nat. Poor souls, but Mushi now trapped out a little bit. Good kinetic field from Ohio. Will keep them alive. Might try to glimpse my pro back in. No, gonna just let him walk away.
I like what you said. Special classes. it's more like you have to do special homework against this guy.
Yeah, Net is a unique beast of a player. Lakel's is just having a really nice time here top lane. He again goes for the same build we saw before. So MyPro tanks a heavy rocket barrage. There is a glimpse available. It's going to pull him back in. Can he make his way out of this one? Has the charge ready, but not even going to try to cast it. Far too late on the reactions there. Won't be able to get out. And not really much of a trade. They are continuing to pressure this lane, so it's going to be up to the Juggernaut. Lakel's already with an Omni Slash, and this should give Chrissy a lot of concern top lane.
Alright, so they have to know that it's blocked, right? They are pulling this the second time in a row. He has to notice that the cam is blocked. So let's see if he gets the sentry to devote this. And
was it
on
blocked?
the other
I mean,
side
he got
of
a triple stack.
No, it was blocked after. So he tried to pull after Net warded it, and it failed twice in a row. So here comes
big dive bottom. MyPro has his ultimate available. They've even rotated Lakel's in, and they're diving onto Ohio. They don't have another strike ready, so Lakel's early rotation not accomplishing much. As Abba barely escapes from that mid lane. Almost got him with the shuriken.
He didn't get the right click off. I mean the Ginala strike off on Abba, but
close call.
He still got a lot of experience, though. He shared the whole stack's experience with Abba. So he's up to level 5. And it's very early 5.5 levels for Bounty Hunter.
We'll see the top burn spawning momentarily. 8 minutes in, Winter. A lot of farm early here on Lakel's, but doesn't manage to find a kill. Instead, he rotates bottom, hoping for it, but goes into the enemy jungle. Building straight towards the treads of the Yasha here. Very aggressive early game items.
This is the play that CDAC actually popularized. The carry with ultimate just TPs to the enemy jungle.
Oh, fissure! No, Chrissy, that's not the fissure. MyPro's just gonna charge away. Dako slammed interrupt. Oh, he didn't get the mini stun. MyPro just continues galloping. Call down's gonna catch him on the way out. Now he tries to run to the north. Not gonna happen. Oh, maybe he can still just scurry away. He's gonna charge in 5. Yeah, Black says no.
Why was Black there? Was he?
He TP'd. I think they called the. Oh, was he going for the Ancients?
He didn't TP. I think he wanted to go Ancients to stack or something. That's why he was near there.
Yeah. But it's a weird time. There's no stack, so he's just like starting to slowly farm them.
He was just casually around there. Maybe he was just trying to join his team at top. You know, he was just in the right place at the right time.
It was funny because that looked like a fails of the week. Missing the fissure to start the gank, and then they still get the kill anyway. Abba now going to rotate in, but he goes directly on top of 3 heroes. This Phoenix doesn't have an egg available yet. They just throw the Leshrac away. A body for the cause. DJ looks like he should make it home. Barely surviving. Gets his soul raid and tranquil boots. While elsewhere, Lakel's is hunting. Doesn't have dust.
Mushi is locked. Oh no, they stopped the charge. I thought they were actually going to go in. They need to give the Phoenix a lane to farm now. I think the Phoenix level 6 is the highest priority right now. Oh, they're actually going to give the Dazzle the lane priority. That's weird. I think Phoenix is more important now to get levels.
It's a really under-leveled Phoenix for QQQQ.
Quadruple kill, my friend.
I like saying it. WWWW.
Too much Bulldog streams.
It's very entertaining. Raquel's Omni Slash available. Not gonna go on MyPro. He's just hitting creeps right now. MyPro watching him. And meanwhile, in the top lane, Mushi does find an opening. There was a fissure from DJ to set that up. And the charge comes. MyPro diving in. Mushi blinking away. Good reactions there. And should be able to make it out now. And meanwhile, mid. Fnatic flexing their muscles, Winter. 10-4 the score. Already leading 1-0 in the best of 3, though. Barely, after the way that game 1 went.
Yeah, this game is much more convincing, though, I want to say. They are executing much better as a team, and the draft this game is obviously much better than the last game. Much improvement. Right now, all their eggs is on the Lakel's basket. He's the most farm on their team.
But it's not like an anti-mage or a Morphling, you know, it's a Juggernaut.
Yeah, it's a Juggernaut. You have your limitations, I agree. You have your limitations, but it's still a hero that they're on the dire side, right? If you snowball correctly, you can get the Roche, you can solo the Roche, and you can definitely bring a lot of aggression to for your team. So it's not a hero that you can count out for Lakel's that he's not going to be able to. I still think he can carry his team alone if he gets into the right rhythm of the game. So we'll see what happens. I still feel the most important thing is to get the Phoenix to level 6 as soon as possible for Mitras.
He's not getting there anytime soon. Still level 4.5.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he isn't trying to. You know, sometimes when you see a support like this, you as the carry or the core, you will actually yell at him and take my lane. I'm going jungle. I don't care. You are gonna get your level 6 from the lane. You know, someone has to step up and you have to take my lane instead of. Sometimes it's the support saying, no, you take the lane, I'm fine. But at times the carry has to tell the support, I'm giving you the lane, you have to get your level 6.
A lot of pursuit here from Net. Walking into Lakel's, but the charge comes through for MyPro. No detection. Though they do.
Yeah, they're really poor.
No, they have no sentries actually.
They are really poor on the 2 supports, that's why. The Spirit Breaker has to help, like at least carry a dust. Okay, he's gonna buy one now.
2,000 combined net worth. They are ultra poor.
Yeah. Lanes are just I think they didn't set up their lanes very well this game, even though I mentioned their lanes could be strong, but they didn't set up their lanes properly this game.
It's where you feel like, well, I was gonna say MyPro should buy dust, but yeah, he's already done it on the Spirit Breaker. Still, tower will pay top lane, and now Chrissy, man, 1,500, 1,600 net worth. Very fast blink dagger in the making here for the offlane shaker.
He's going to have it at 14, 15, maybe 15. 15 is more realistic. 15 or 16. Or they win a fight here and take a tower. So we'll see. They're actually going to TP out. So Nat sneakily plants. It's just a clinic, you know, how the way he places the wards. You just have to. If you want to learn more about warding, I'm serious about. You just need to look at Nat's player's perspective, how he places the wards, and the way he actually gets himself in a position to place the wards. And here goes the charge on Black. Black is fairly near.
Big dive. Oh, MyPro. He has the Nether Strike. Might have been able to commit for that, but wasn't sure if it was safe.
He knew there was a shaker behind, so it was a fairly risky move, and there was a tier 1 nearby. So I think it's quite a risky move to do that, but it's something they need to look to do more, you know, in the future. They need to get a kill or 2 on the gyro or someone important.
Rotation coming onto the top lane of Ava, getting the slow off from the lightning. Does miss the stun. No fissure turnaround, though. He gets the echo off to interrupt the charge, but still the Nether Strike coming through. Lakel is going to work with the auto attacks. Gets stunned by the enchant totem. Rotations slowly coming in. Mushi wants to engage this. There's the fissure onto Ava. Mushi trying to find an easy target. Blake's in. Requiem unwound and just deletes the Dazzle from the fight. Also bringing other heroes low as Lakel looks to run away. Goes for the TP out. Auto attacks will finish him. And it ends up being a 3-for-1 there with a track kill at the end.
MVP or shaker.
What a bait.
Man, oh god, that was such a good play. I just can't stress how good the play was. He did all the right moves to actually, even though he died, him dying is not the biggest thing. It's because him dying and giving the 3 kills to his team is the biggest thing. He was dead for sure there, but he managed to turn a bad situation into a good situation. And middle lane,
oh, Nat.
quadruple kill, getting chased down.
Yeah.
Man, I like calling him quadruple kill thanks to you.
Well, quadruple kill implies that he's got 4, and right now he's sitting at 2 and 2. Mushi is aggressively ratting here, though.
They know there's wards there, but he couldn't find the wards of Fnatic.
These net wards just doing work. It's been nothing but net here as the track comes out onto 5 now. Gets off the grave for now. The charge galloping in. MyPro getting cold feet once more. There's the Shuriken toss. Very well played by the bounty hunter of net. Getting the vision, now getting the kills. And MyPro likely to be next Shuriken in just a second here. Elsewhere, Lakel's trapped out. He's silenced. He can't even get the Omni Slash off quickly. Lakel's is going to end up going down. It's 3 dead. Oh, beautiful play here by Fnatic. Just running all over Signature Trust. Echo not ready for some time. It's up to Black to dive this. And Mushi will engage. They're trying to spread the Rocket Barrage damage. It's a track kill if they get it. Everyone dropping to the Leshrac, but they are not Leshrac. They will survive. And next is quadruple Q. Raze finishing him off. Just smacking him in the face. Omni Slash from Lakel's. Not nearly enough. Only getting the bounty hunter. Diving for an additional kill. Will Blade Fury his way through, but it's a level 1 Blade Fury. Oh, Chrissy walking back into this one. He might have been able to walk just straight away. End up falling. Lakel's at least salvaging the fight a bit. And they even have a charge on Ohio. This could go completely the other direction. Fnatic, in the end, they have the track goal. They won't be too upset, but some unnecessary, well, maybe not unnecessary, but unwanted kills will end up going the way of Signature Trust.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So it was a 3 kill. I think it was worth the buyback. He had to buy back to do something there. I think otherwise, that was a really good move from the Juggernaut in Lakel's. Otherwise, his team is just in a position where there's no turning back, there's no way back for them. Because of that buyback, he gave his team some sort of hope. It was like 9-1 chances just now. Now it's like at least 8-2. They still have a chance in this game. The Phoenix is just so under-leveled, my friend. Right. I think it was just not good for Signature Trust to actually prioritize. They prioritize giving the Dazzle levels more than the Phoenix. I'm not sure why. I think Phoenix needs the levels so much more than the Dazzle. That is just very weird prioritization.
Well, Mao is level 8 now, but...
Yeah, but wouldn't you wish that it was the Phoenix being level 8 closer to 11 than the Dazzle?
Well, I mean, I really don't feel like we've seen Phoenix play a role in these fights. He's mostly running for his life, to be honest.
Yeah, you need to get up to 11 as well. It's so important to get level 11 of Phoenix. 5 hits to 8 hits is... It's just 3 right clicks, but it's a huge deal.
Mushi trying to engage her onto MyPro. Double damage turn is up. He's glimpsing him back. Nicely played by Ohio. Trapping the kinetic field. The track is there, and Fnatic will secure their first kill. Now hunting for more. QQ on the run elsewhere. Mushi chasing. Tracks coming out. Lakel still has the Omni Slash. Has to be patient with this, and could be quadruple Q gets caught out, trying to move his way through the tree line. They don't actually have detect. Oh, the fissure! Oh, quadruple Q. Not again. Poor guy. Requiem. Mushi. That's not the right place. Still cooling down here. Only 22 seconds. I'm sure he lives. It's fine. It's fine. But he's dead.
So sad. So sad.
They are getting so much mileage out of the Bounty Hunter, Winter. 20 kills in 18 minutes.
If you look at his net worth, you know the story of the game.
Sitting uncomfortably close to the offlane Earthshaker. And only a bit behind the Leshrac.
What? Uncomfortably close? What?
He's rubbing his leg, you know, he's like squeezing in there.
Why
Shaker
is that
doesn't like it.
Dude.
It's uncomfortable for Signature Trust. They're not happy about this. I gotta point out, you mentioned it earlier, the net ward still alive top and giving them incredible vision here. They have a glimpse ready. Tracking quadruple Q, and Dust comes out, but they really don't want to jump towards Mushi. Gonna let him survive and walk away. Tower will fall. Leshrac split pushing bottom, gets the tier 1. Juggernaut now with the Omni Slash, and will get the Ohio kill, even forcing out the ultimate. Still though, Fissure coming through now, the blink and the enchant totem. Mushi turns it, finds the counter kill. Nothing coming freely here for Signature Trust.
This is actually not worth the Omni Slash kill, but he needed, you know, it's like one of those situations where you as the carry, you feel so pressured because your team is far behind. You have to take like a risk, you know, even though it's so risky. He didn't have a TP and whatnot. So once he went in for that kill, there was no getting up for him. But he felt that he needed to get something done. You know, as a player, sometimes you have this feeling where your team is struggling so hard, you feel forced to do something, and that was what actually happened.
Fnatic already up 1-0 in the best of 3.
The net, they smoked. He revealed the smoke.
Oh, and net with the little rat ward.
Oh my god, this guy! I'm freaking going to report this guy.
They're so sad too. They have no idea. They didn't even pop the dust.
You must actually have a stat for this, you know. Maybe you can ask Brian.
Number of smokes interrupted.
No, the number of wards not getting dewarded has to be net, you know. He always has all this type of wards. And you see, they know there's a ward nearby. And they didn't get the deward again. The sentries are always in the wrong place. Because they were expecting like a more common one here. And they placed the sentry here just to make sure in case sometimes the bounty hunter players actually place the ward here. So it's either here or here. There's these 2 places. So they place the sentry in the middle, and then the wall is on the right. Holy crap. It's so frustrating, you know, me watching the support doing that, and like, oh my god. When you watch the replay later, you're like, this guy.
You can just imagine how angry you would be if you were the support right now.
Yeah, you're so freaking... You know there's a ward there, but you can't find the ward. You know?
Yeah, and you can't just buy unlimited sentries. You got to make them count. So
that's why against net, there's only one solution.
Gem.
I'll give you a...
Get a gem.
Well played, LD. You're learning.
The counter to net is a gem. If a player requires a gem to be countered, then you know he's good.
Yep, he is definitely one of the best on warding alone. And here goes they have to make this work. This is like, if they lose this fight, I wouldn't even be surprised if they call GG.
Signature aggressive smoke. They do have the Bloodstone on Abba. Don't really want him in front though. It's definitely the My Pro Spearbreaker needs to engage. Still a level 1 Phoenix ultimate. They're going to start dewarding here, and DJ's going to have none of it. Quick triple 3 Hero Fisher. Now the Echo clobbers one down. The track already thrown out. Abba in a lot of trouble. Glimpse back towards the Static Storm kinetic field. Now the Phoenix egg could be a decent one, but it's already level 1 done with very early on. Now Mushi thinking about No Mercy, but settling for auto attack damage. Again, DJ coming in hot with the Enchant Totem. It's a full 5-man slaughterhouse. And I mean, Winter, GG any minute. This is, yep, there you go. This is brutal beatdown. Fnatic really coming into their own here in game number 2.
MVP, this Earthshaker has been doing so much work for them. From the start, making space, and he saved his team. Like, there were so many situations where he built his team out. Like, you can tell, but the 2 biggest one that I remember was the one where, you remember the one they were diving him at top, and he made his team get 3 kills from that. And this is also another situation where the Earthshaker is a huge game changer, you know.
He really was, Winter, and well, with that, Fnatic, they continue their run here in Southeast Asia. I don't think we're ready to call them a powerhouse yet, but they are now into the top 4 in BTS SEA.
First game with the Queen, and now with the Shaker. This guy is keeping his team in the money, my friend. And like you mentioned, they are actually going to play. Who's their next opponent?
They will play TNC Gaming.
Yeah, TNC is quite they are a tougher opponent than Signature Trust for sure.
All right. Well, of course, it's not our only game today. Coming up next, we are going to have, who is it? 1 hour, I believe. It is 1-2-3, or Seta Duatiga versus Space Creators. That's a best of 3, guys. It'll be ready in about, I think, an hour from now. So stick around. Feel free to have a little break before you come back, but we will have one more match coming your way. I'm LD. Of course, this guy, he's Winter. You can follow him at WinterDota on Twitter. We'll be back in about an hour.
Satu Duatiga.
All right, stick around. You'll see them in just 1 hour's time. My Malay really sucks.